Hey everybody, thought I'd do one more video. It is Monday since we don't have a video today. I got an email. I figured it would be neat to do a Monday video since people keep demanding more of these behind the scenes style videos. So, what I thought I'd do is quickly run down 3 spirits. 1, 2, 3. I get a lot of email. Fans are awesome. They're all 3 are clear. Just a little bit of ice, and that ice is hopefully bringing a little additional aroma to these 3 clear spirits. The 3 spirits being all Pinnacle brands. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out who Pinnacle is. I'm sure they're a bigger company. I forgot to look it up before the video, but I don't prep. I only have so much time because my kids are coming home from school and it's going to get loud in here real quick. Cake vodka. Number 1. Marshmallow vodka. Number 2, Gummi Vodka. That looks like a Swedish Fish to me, but they call it Gummi Vodka. That's number 3. So, as you can imagine, the aroma right now is all crazy. These things are just rising into my face. So I wanted to give a taste of those. I did have some feedback from the media video that we did on Saturday, and it's pretty cool. First off, let's just read. I'm reading The Thank You Economy by Gary Vaynerchuk. And I highlighted this little section. I don't know if you can see it here. It reads, "In and of themselves, numbers mean nothing. It's quality of one's followers and fans that really matters, not quantity." I think it's key because we are not the biggest podcast. We do have a lot of listeners. We probably get, for each video, over the course of a couple months, you'll get 3,000 viewers per video. Some of them, of course, are like 50, 60, 70,000, like the whole Incredible Hulk cocktail and stuff on YouTube. But in general, it's a hit or miss depending on the cocktail. I think tomorrow's cocktail, the Irish Car Bomb, will get a lot of users because it's the Irish Car Bomb and they're known recipes that people search for. But I could just make known recipes that people will search for and get lots of numbers. But again, that's not really, I think, what everybody wants. They want to see everything. So we do everything. Viewers, popularity, doesn't matter. And I think the quality kind of plays in because I posted this video on media and advertising. I get nobody saying, "I hate advertisers, don't do that." I was very surprised. I figured there'd be people, I'm making a show, people are watching it, and they have to deal with the ads. So I thought, in today's world, people would be like, "I gotta forward." And you can't always forward through ads, but they were receptive. I had one person, and I had mentioned, the power of this new media, and Baker32132 must have been hard to get the name, said, "Derek, you are honestly the best reviewer and cocktail mixer out there on YouTube. It would be dumb of these companies if these companies did not ask you to do ads in your videos. Keep them coming because you're awesome." Another person, let's see, I think it was Petrolhead. I can't even tell. I might have forgot to paste it all. Said, "Hi Derek, just wanted to say that I totally agree with you about advertising. On another note, I understand why you did it. But I have to admit I was a bit disappointed that you stopped doing the whole alcohols by volume thing." That's at alcoholsbyvolume.com is where we house the shows we've done for just this type of tasting with me and my wife Jennifer, the camera lady. Right now that just didn't make sense. Advertising would be needed because we go out and we have to buy sometimes 3 or 4 rums, to compare and taste what we have with other things, and it was getting like $150 a show just in spirits. So we did it originally because we had all these spirits to review, so we were going to combine them together. But eventually you run out of that content, you need more. So that's kind of why we stopped that. Going forward, if I can get advertising, more fans and people watching the show, and a co-host, I'm hoping if my cousin Doug, you've probably seen him in some shows, moves up here, he was interested in doing an alcohol-related show, maybe even one on beer. So it's not dead, it's just, as they call it, hiatus. Another person, or the same, can't really tell, said, "I used to know nothing about tequila, and that almost scared me. But after watching your shows and learning about different good brands, I went out and bought Don Julio, and I've been a massive fan ever since. I made my friends try some good tequila cocktails. Now they buy Don Julio as well. They owe you a large amount of money." That was Petrohead 209. So this is true. I completely agree. Definitely one thing definitely one of the things I look to your show for is good bottles to pick up, what they are, why, and how. It's a big world to walk into the alcohol store on a limited budget and hope today the bottles I randomly grab don't suck. you solved the problem a lot for many of us. That's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to try and solve the problem. There are thousands, it seems, brands of flavored vodka, and I will try them all if that's what you want me to do. So I figured I'd try with 3 of the popular ones that I've had people talking about on Facebook, Twitter, emails with recipe submissions, YouTube, all over the place. The first one was the marshmallow, but I'm going to go in the order of cake, marshmallow, gummy. So let's go with the cake. And by buying time here, I let the water really settle in here. It smells like white vanilla cake frosting and vodka. Definitely both at once. It's still smooth. Oh, it has a nice cake taste. I haven't really tried any of these. I think I took a swig out of the bottle of one of them. There's no doubt you can't hide the vodka. I don't care how much cake you're throwing at the problem. You got vodka in there. If you can hide the vodka with cake, that means you made it so super sweet that people are just going to be just turned off because it's so sickly sweet. We've made cocktails in the past where I've handed them off to people watching the show, and like my brother and stuff, and he's not a big sweet fan. This, I think, fits right in the middle. It is definitely going more sweet. Even the more I sit here, I feel like I just enjoyed a birthday cake. Like it's just settling in your mouth, and now it's not really vodka anymore. Now it's cake. It's delicious. Delicious, but at the same time, I don't yet know how to utilize it. It's kind of cheating to make a cake cocktail, I think, where you use cake, where if you were to have to take 3 different ingredients and get the flavor of cake, which we've done, I think it was Frangelico vodka, some lime or something, just lemon, I think. You bite the lemon, you drink it, it tastes like cake. That's magical. This isn't magical. It's supposed to taste like cake, and it does. But it does its job well. I think this brand is responsible for being able to come up with these crazy ideas of how to change how you have cake vodka, like cake and maybe some sort of cherry, or cake and a chocolate, you know, and maybe it's our responsibility too to come up with these type of inventions, but you're really going to need, whatever it is, it's going to taste like cake. Marshmallow, I think, has a little more, you can play with that a little more. You can do a lot of things with marshmallows. The question is, does it taste different than whipped cream? To me, yes. A little more burn than the cake. The cake is a little sweeter. The marshmallow definitely has the smell, like that taste that you have is like you just ate a marshmallow appropriately, since that's what it's supposed to do to your brain. The finish is not necessarily as long as the cake so far. There's a little marshmallow left, but the cake seems to have gone on and on. Now I'm getting more of almost like a sweet chocolate finish. But I'm thinking, again, like I said to the person in the liquor store, I think somebody had also said, I'd love to see you in the liquor store, Frangelico or something. Do a s'mores, like a graham crackers with you need chocolate, marshmallow, and graham crackers. So get some alcohol that fits that and balance it so it actually gives you the s'mores impression without just tasting like a big mess. Now at this point, do some Fiji. Because it gets crazy after you start drinking this stuff. Now I have 2 aftertastes in my mouth. Cake with marshmallows. Marshmallow cake. So last one up is the gummy. I'm going to call Swedish Fish vodka because, come on. That's what they're doing. And it smells exactly like Swedish Fish. You crack open a bag of those fish and put your nose right up in there. That's this. Very novelty. I don't know what you're going to do with this yet. How do you use gummy in a cocktail? There's got to be a couple ways. I could think maybe you can come up with 5 variants for gummy. Can you go past that? I don't know. I don't know if that's really the point. At this point, you're looking for a gift for Secret Santa, let's just say. And you have a limit of, what do you usually have for Secret Santa? Either 25 or 50. Sometimes it's 10. I can get this for under 10. But that's New Hampshire. Live free or die. This is a great novelty. Pinnacle would hate me for saying that, I'm sure, because novelties die. Look at the Wii. But there's got to be something you could do with it for those that are looking to really expand out and create crazy cocktails, there's something you could do with it. It tastes like gummy. It tastes like Swedish Fish, and a little numbing of the face. There is a vodka burn in the finish. I think that's because my body's adapted to the Swedish Fish. I like Swedish Fish. I like the sweetness, but this brings vodka. Like, I like Swedish Fish enough that I could just sit down and eat an entire bag of Swedish Fish without even thinking. Because I could do that, this, when I'm relating the tastes, I'm able to separate that vodka and Swedish Fish, and maybe it's a little more defined for me. If you're not used to drinking Swedish Fish, it's going to be so distinct that that gummy flavor is really going to last. And the finish, the best part of the gummy Pinnacle is that you don't have all the stuff stuck in your teeth when you're done drinking it. But again, if you're looking for something, any of these really, but I think this one would be cool for a Secret Santa gift to give to somebody, because even if they can't come up with a cocktail, they could sit down and drink it like this and watch TV or something, and it's still enjoyable. Or when they have friends over, they bring it out and go, check this out. It's gummy flavored vodka. So there you go. That's 3 distinct flavors. My mouth is going crazy. I think I'm going to try them all. I don't know, that cake's a good one too, though. Marshmallow is a little more practical for me. I think I could do more with that. Either case, I'll have to find, I know they have recipes online I can use to try and figure out what we're going to do with them. Probably after the holidays. I don't know. I'm going to look to see if I can get my brother or somebody to co-host a couple shows for this Christmas time area. So good. So there you go. 3 Pinnacle vodkas. You could probably find a lot of these in 3 Olives, maybe even a Kettle One, Absolute. So experiment. And usually they're a little cheaper than the standard vodka, so you might be able to play a little bit more if you're financially strapped with a couple of these different brands as opposed to one real brand of just straight vodka. Go figure. It's an interesting palate experience. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Oh, wait. Question of the day. We gotta think of a good question. How's this? Since it was how we started the show out, how do you feel about focus advertising in media that you watch? Would you be more able to consume what you know is an advertisement if it's in something you're interested in, as opposed to just media blasting you with anything? Or do you just forward through all the commercials anyway? There you go.